Welcome back to the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. I'm Emma, and today we're diving into a crucial health issue that impacts millions worldwide: iron deficiency. It's one of the most common nutritional disorders, and its consequences reach far beyond just feeling tired. We'll explore its connection to major health problems, including a startling 94% link to ADHD in children and adolescents.
Exactly, Emma. Iron deficiency affects people across different demographics, from women and children to individuals with chronic conditions like heart disease. It can cause iron deficiency anemia, fatigue, cognitive impairments, and even diminish physical performance. But today, we're taking a deep dive into the causes, symptoms, and innovative management strategies for this condition.
Iron is essential for oxygen transport, energy production, and even neurotransmitter synthesis. Without enough iron, the body's functionality suffers, leading to cognitive and emotional challenges. It's more than just a physical problem. It affects developmental, behavioral, and reproductive health.
That's why recent research has highlighted just how widespread this issue is. In the U.S., about 14% of adults face absolute iron deficiency, and 15% deal with functional iron deficiency. While absolute deficiency primarily impacts young women, functional deficiency affects both genders across all age groups. It's clear that iron deficiency is a major public health concern.
It's not just confined to the U.S. either. The World Health Organization reports that iron deficiency anemia affects about 30% of the global population. Women, children, and people with chronic conditions are the most vulnerable. And there's more to it. Chronic illnesses, like heart failure and chronic kidney disease, can disrupt iron metabolism, worsening the problem.
Exactly, Emma. Let's talk about the causes and risk factors. Iron deficiency can happen for many reasons, including inadequate intake, poor absorption, blood loss, or increased physiological demand, like during pregnancy. It's important to understand that iron exists in two forms: heme iron from animal products and non-heme iron from plant-based foods. The body absorbs heme iron more efficiently, and many things can inhibit the absorption of non-heme iron, like certain plant compounds.
And conditions like gastrointestinal bleeding or heavy menstrual cycles can lead to excessive iron loss. Inflammation also plays a big role. Chronic diseases often increase levels of a hormone called hepcidin, which blocks iron absorption and traps stored iron, making it unavailable for red blood cell production.
This leads to a wide range of symptoms. The most common ones are fatigue, weakness, and shortness of breath, but it can also manifest as cognitive impairments and even sleep disturbances. For example, iron deficiency affects muscle function, leading to reduced physical performance. In severe cases, it can even impact the heart, causing shortness of breath and an elevated heart rate.
That's important to note. But beyond the physical, iron deficiency also has a huge impact on cognitive health. It's crucial for neurotransmitter synthesis, which means low iron levels can affect mood, attention, and memory. Children with iron deficiency are at an increased risk of cognitive deficits, which affects their academic performance and social development.
And here's where it gets even more concerning. 94% of children diagnosed with ADHD or autism spectrum disorder show signs of iron deficiency. This deficiency may worsen their behavioral issues, causing irritability, difficulty focusing, and sleep disturbances like restless leg syndrome.
That's a powerful connection, Alex. And then there's the impact on reproductive health, especially in men. Low iron can impair sperm production, which affects fertility. Fortunately, emerging research on supplements like lotus root polysaccharide iron, LRPF, is showing promise in improving not just iron levels, but overall reproductive health.
Yes, lotus root polysaccharide iron is fascinating because it enhances iron absorption and even regulates gut microbiota. This has a direct effect on reproductive health, improving sperm quality and hormone synthesis. It's a great example of how addressing iron deficiency can positively impact multiple body systems.
That's amazing, and it brings us to supplements. While many people turn to multivitamin, multimineral supplements for iron, studies show that the iron content in these products often falls short. The World Health Organization recommends 30 to 60 milligrams of elemental iron daily for preventing deficiency, but most over-the-counter supplements don't contain enough.
And the form of iron matters too. Most supplements contain ferrous iron, which is easier to absorb than ferric iron. Many are also fortified with vitamin C, which enhances iron absorption, but the overall supply is often inadequate, especially for high-risk groups.
There are exciting advances in biofortification too. Researchers are exploring genetic modification of crops to increase their iron content. This could provide a more sustainable solution to iron deficiency worldwide by boosting iron levels in staple foods.
That's a great long-term solution. But in the short term, healthcare providers need to proactively screen for iron deficiency, especially in at-risk populations like children with behavioral issues or individuals with chronic conditions. Early diagnosis and treatment can make a huge difference in quality of life.
Absolutely. Dietary interventions are often the first step, but oral supplements or intravenous iron therapy may be necessary in more severe cases. And newer formulations, like ferric carboxymaltose, offer rapid and effective iron replenishment with fewer side effects.
Now let's turn to herbal remedies from the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. These natural solutions can support iron absorption and improve overall health. Nettle leaf, for instance, is rich in non-heme iron and vitamin C, which makes it a powerful herb for boosting blood iron levels.
Yellow dock is another herb that aids in iron absorption and supports digestive health. It's particularly beneficial for people who struggle with impaired iron absorption. Dandelion root is also a great liver-supporting herb that enhances digestion, promoting better nutrient absorption.
We can't forget ashwagandha, which supports cognitive function and helps mitigate stress-related effects of iron deficiency. And then there's turmeric, which has anti-inflammatory properties and can help regulate iron homeostasis.
It's also important to include vitamin C-rich herbs like acerola cherry or rosehip in the mix. They enhance non-heme iron absorption. And gentian root is a bitter herb that stimulates digestion, improving nutrient absorption.
Lotus root polysaccharide iron, or LRPF, really stands out in this context. It's not only an effective solution for iron deficiency, but it also supports gut health, which is essential for better nutrient absorption.
Of course, we always recommend consulting with a healthcare provider before starting any new herbal regimen, especially for people with pre-existing conditions or those on medications.
It's all about addressing iron deficiency holistically, through diet, supplements, and herbal remedies. Ensuring adequate iron levels can improve physical health, cognitive function, and behavioral outcomes.
For more tips and detailed information on these remedies, be sure to visit herbalbloom.org. Remember, tackling iron deficiency isn't just about relieving symptoms, but about supporting your entire well-being.
That wraps up today's episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Lost Book of Herbal Remedies. Stay informed, take care of your health, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.